Hi everybody, it's Crystal. I know a lot of you have asked me for some video, so just wanted to do a quick recap. I just finished up shooting 50 meters, so as you can see, this is basically me standing on my shooting line. You can see the target out there. I was shooting two of the 80 centimeter targets side by side, which is what I shoot in competition. You'd see four of those on a bale, each of us shooting at one, but this way I can shoot more arrows by shooting two of them. And basically now what I gotta do here is I'm gonna switch over my equipment from, right now I have this bow set up for shooting outdoors so I can keep, while it's still nice outside, shooting out here. But I gotta switch it over to my other bow so I can now shoot some 18 meters, which is what I would shoot indoors. It's so nice out here, beautiful day, that I'm not gonna go inside to shoot, but I'm gonna shoot my 18 meters outside. So basically I just have to switch out my stabilizers and the sight, which I'll do real quick. Sorry if this is a little jumpy, I apologize for that. But basically just gonna take these off. I have my Doinker stabilizers on the back here. I got a quick disconnect with this bow, but with my other one I don't, so I just need to take this little piece off, which make sure I don't lose that, and just screw this into the back of this bow. Obviously, a lot of people are going to have two complete setups, so they're not doing this, but waiting for some of my stuff to come in, my second set. So in the meantime, just doing this. Again, the front stabilizer, same kind of thing. Got a quick disconnect on that, but I got to take that off to put it into this bow. And I'll just screw that in. Kind of hard to do with one hand, so let me prop this here for you. Apologize, this will only take a minute. So screwing that in. Alrighty, so now I got that done. So the next thing to do, again, don't want to lose that piece, put that in my pocket, is I gotta switch out my sight, put that on my other bow, and here's where I have to be careful to remember I'm gonna have to move my sight too, because I'm going from 50 to 18 meters. So let me just quickly take this off real fast. I'll check this in a minute, but I always like to try to remember to move my, so you can see some of my sight marks there. Just gonna move that real quick up to where my other bow is shooting for 18 meters, which is roughly about there. Can fine tune that, but just gonna stick that on this bow now. So quickly we'll put that on. Tighten that down nice and tight so it doesn't go anywhere, and now we're gonna go hang some targets. So we just walk down this way towards the target. You can see the leaves are starting to change, fall here in New England. Coming up, getting closer. Here's my shooting line. A nice garden stake marks my line here for my 18 meters. So I'm just gonna set my bow down here, and I'm going to hang up my other targets. You'll see, again, this is the 80 centimeter target. This is what I shoot for 50 meters. As you can see, it was not a very good day for me not a lot in the 10 ring. But basically, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hang two targets for my indoor shooting. Let me just take these off real fast. And what you'll see here, for those that aren't familiar, this is what's called a 3-spot target. And it only has the 6 ring to the 10 ring. And you'll see a lot of compound shooters and even a lot of the top recurve shooters shooting this style target instead of one single spot. It's the same size, but it doesn't have the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rings. And that's because theoretically, you're not going to be using those at all. For 1 and 2, by having 3 separate, these are pretty fat arrows. So if you're shooting those at a single spot, there's a good chance you're going to bust some arrows. So get this all put up. Switch out my other one over here for you real fast. Get my other one hung up. Put in here. Apologize, taking a little bit of time. There you go. You can see now both targets side by side. Gonna walk back to where my bow is. Pick that up, and it's time now for me to start shooting 18 meters. And just a quick look, this is how far away it is. That's how big the rings look from 18 meters. This is again what is shot indoors. Alright, so I just shot my 6 arrows, so let's go down and see how this worked. Basically, my first end I used for sighting in, especially when I was switching bows, switching my sight, moving it around, and always like to shoot at one of the targets closest to the center initially in case it's way off. So you'll see this here. This was my first arrow. It's pretty low, so I went and adjusted my sight for this. And you'll see I was still left on both of those, so I went ahead and moved left to right. It was a little high, so made some adjustments. This was my 3rd arrow, so getting close. That would be a 10 for recurve. For compound, that's still just a 9. And finally, my next arrow, I got a 10. So finally had it sighted in and working. So hope you learned something, and that's it for today.